What up? This is Sterling here, bringing you Halo insight and strategy. And today we're going to be going over some optic and ambush gameplay on Plaza's strongholds. So, what if I told you optic had a triple cap, camo, shotgun, and had ambush spawn trapped in the cafe, but still lost this game 100-17? You're probably wondering what happened. Well, let's find out. So starting in the beginning of this game, Optic is going to do their start. We're going to see Lethal jump up to the glass. He's going to be that middle slash back man for his team. He's going to be able to support Frosty and Snakebite here going for the camo. Roll 2 is going to play isolated and push into the yard and go for that shotgun. On Ambush's end, they're going to send no one to the yard, so Roll 2 is going to be able to get the shotgun uncontested. You see Snakebite grab this camo. Frosty is going to be taken out here. We're going to hop on board with Roll 2. He does a great job of not staying in the stronghold and jumps to top goal to get into the field of play. And he's able to catch Boo Boo Doo off guard in his transition and pick him off with the perfect. And now Optic is at a 3-1 numbers advantage, Ola being the last player alive for ambush. Next, we're going to see Frosty spawn over here on the loop. So Roll 2 should know, the opposing team should be spawning in either cafe or in hotel because Snakebite's blocking the nest and Frosty's blocking the loop. We see Sane be the first player to spawn on Ambush's team in cafe. Frosty's going to leave the loop area and he's going to double team Ola with Lethal bottom mid and start double capping that. Real quick, on Roll 2's end, if you're in this situation and you have one frag grenade like he does, I would suggest saving it for when the players in cafe try to transition from cafe into the yard. I wouldn't suggest throwing it in there before the other two remaining players spawn because that could create a split spawn. The worst case scenario for the split spawn would be having one or two of those players spawn behind you on loop, since Frosty's in an inactive area, a region that's not blocking any spawns right now. He's not blocking that loop. Or the better case scenario if you do throw that nade would be those players spawning in that hotel area. So that's just a side note. So in this scenario for Roll 2, for once these three players are up and you have this capped, is for him to delay and wait until his teammates Lethal and Frosty are able to come over here and help him defend the yard. I want to talk about the concept when it comes to strongholds. When a team or your team has the triple cap, even teams or even high-level teams such as Optic makes this mistake when it comes to holding the triple cap is having too many players die to defend one of your strongholds. In my opinion, it's okay when you have the triple cap to have the opposing team convert one of your strongholds, because one, they're going to be all sheep herded usually in that one stronghold they're converting, and it's easy once you know where the players are located. It's easier to take them out, and secondly, you can always slay them and recapture that stronghold once again, and now you're back in control. Because once again, that's the big mistake is when teams try to defend that stronghold and have 1, 2, 3 players die, you're giving an opening for that opposing team to get more control of the map and put you at a disadvantage now rather than you being at an advantage. So that's important. So like in every map, like for example here, when in Plaza, if they're spawning cafe or loop, they're in the triple cap, they're probably going to be going yard. In Eden, they're going to be going blue bend. On Rig, for example, they're going to be probably going BR base. On a symmetrical map like Empire, they're probably going to either red or blue base, one of the side bases. And they're probably going to be flocking over there. And once they're there, you're going to be able to trap them and just take them out and recapture it. So, anyways, for Roll 2 here in this situation, knowing that it's going to take a while for Lethal and Frosty to come over here because bottom mid's not even fully capped yet, and Snakebite's definitely not able to help as he's solo capping that nest. Ideally, I would like Snake or Roll 2 to just be in the position like for like here, for example, and just lay down fire and then use that nade to delay these players from soaring into the yard. And once he feels like they're getting really close to yard, I would like him to jump top gold and just watch the flower door and just maybe transition over here and just chill and wait until Frosty and Lethal are able to come help him. The less viable play would be hiding in one of the meta spots, so here, or maybe behind one of the flower pots, or in the shotgun spawn. But against a high level team like Ambush, that could be risky because, especially when they're coming off spawn, they're going to have nades to pre-nade all these areas I just named. Or if they don't pre-nade it, they're probably going to check it. And even if they don't check it, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to win a 1v3 battle even if you do have shotgun. So let's watch what Roll 2 does here. He gets shot twice and now he's brought down to half shields and he's throwing this nade. And this is the perfect opportunity for him to sprint and jump to top gold and just let them soar in here and just wait for his teammates to come help him. But instead he tries to challenge and he thrusters and commits, and unfortunately he's not even able to get the trade with Trippy, and Trippy gives him the body smack here. And as we see, Frosty and Lethal are transitioning, and Frosty is in the yard BR area. We see Lethal in the LR box area, and now he's watching the LR tunnel. So theoretically, if Roll 2 was still alive and he was top gold, we would have 3 different angles to attack that yard from. LR tunnel, yard BR, and top gold. And Ola here, being that high level player that he is, makes a smart play and looks at the top gold to make sure nobody's there. So that's why I said when Roll 2 jumps top gold, I would like him to just check that flower door, look at hotel if anyone spawned over there, because sometimes the nest player is not watching the hotel and this player can just spawn and sneak behind that nest player. And then Snakebite jumping to top S4, he can also help double team with the top gold guy on that flower door guy. So the first key play was Roll 2 dying over here, and I would also like to say, like, dying with that shotgun, that's huge. You don't want to give that shotgun, especially to a high level team like Ambush, because they're going to capitalize with that, and Ambush definitely did. It definitely contributed to why they dominated this game 100-17. They were able to get a triple kill with that shotgun, and I think overall they got at least 6 kills with that shotgun this game. So the next key play is going to happen again on Roll 2's end. So it's back-to-back misplays for him. And this right here happened for one of 3 reasons, or maybe all 3 reasons. 1, a miscommunication. 2, a lack of awareness. Or 3, frustration. So the communication part comes where Snakebite's leaving nest with the camo because he wants to be more aggressive and try to utilize as much of that camo as possible. And he should be saying as he's leaving, yo, Roll 2 when you spawn, hold down that nest for me to keep that blocked. So that's the first thing. Maybe Snakebite said it, maybe he didn't. I don't know. And then on Roll 2's end, being the very back player, you need to be aware that I see 3 tags in front of me. I see PJ, Brad, and TJ here in front of me. I need to just hold the nest in because I'm the very back / closest player to that nest. So I can just block it. But as we see, he doesn't even look around. When you spawn, you want to look around and gather as much information as you can to see where you need to be, where you need to position yourself at. But Roll 2 didn't even do that. And the third thing was, like I said, was frustration. We just saw in the last play, Roll 2 got body smacked from Trippy. He got average with that shotgun. So maybe in his mind, he's not even thinking straight right now. He's probably like, oh, let me just go over there and shit on them and get revenge. But that's not the bigger play. So as he leaves and he doesn't hold down that nest, one of the players Frosty took out over there in the yard is gonna spawn right behind them, and that's gonna give Ambush the nest for free. The second play over here that happens was Lethal getting average over here on the glass. So that's huge because if now we don't have loop control, now we don't even have nest control, so this player can't even turn around and start melting this player over here on the nest. So that's huge. So ideally, for the setup, it would be roll 2 on the nest, Lethal still alive on glass loop area, and then Snakebite with his camo, he can either be in the cafe right here. So they're blocking 3 out of the 4 areas of the active sectors, so they know ambush is only going to spawn in yard if they're holding these 3 positions. Or another option for Snakebite to do would be top gold or in the loop area. So it'll be him and Lethal in loop, and then roll 2 on Ness. So the only 2 places that ambush could be at is yard and cafe. Frosty over here, unfortunately, was taken out from this flanking shotgun player. I don't think his play was great. I don't think his play was bad. He was able to take out one player and go 1-for-1. But yeah, I mean that's all I really got to say on Frosty's end. It was unfortunate he was taken out, but he was applying pressure. But his play wouldn't, compared to the weight of Lethal's play and Rolls 2 play, was way less compared to the misplays. Yeah, Lethal and especially Roll 2 made right there. So at this point, Optic is going to collapse into yard, Roll 2 and Snakebite, and Ambush is going to get the bottom mid and the nest practically free and uncontested. And though they take out this player over here in the yard, there's just, in my opinion, no point in that, because you want to have the more dominant hills in bottom mid and nest than trapping yourself in yard and starting from square one. So Ambush gets the nest, get the bottom mid, and Optic, at this point, for some reason, I didn't really like their play here. I don't know if they just went full panic mode, but I think what they needed to do was just focus on slaves, and I didn't like how they positioned themselves low here and try to go for bottom mid. I think they should have maybe, instead of this player dropping down, maybe pushed Ness and put this player in a pinch position, because this player seems like he's worried about this player over here on the truck, so he probably could have blindsided and caught him off guard. But instead, we're all going low, including Snakebite. After he converts this, he also goes low. So all of us are low, and now Ambush has the height advantage, and they're gonna essentially take out all of Optic here, and Optic's gonna be all dead. And that's pretty much gonna be end of the game here. So let's watch that real quick. They get the ground pound on Lethal. Shotgun player is gonna take out this player right here. Snakebite and Frosty are trying to arm the bottom mid, but this player gets a great market flank, and now they're in a pinch. Frosty is getting pinched from the Nest player, and this player at the Prius. So that's pretty much it. They scored 11 points on that run, and Optic only scored 17 points this game, and I don't even think they score until like 3/4 into this game. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys learned something. We reviewed basically the key points to take away from this video is be aware, be hard kills. Lethal got averaged in the glass. Roll 2 got averaged in the yard. Be aware of setups. Be aware of controlling spawns. So Roll 2 spawning on that bottom nest ramp and not controlling the nest and giving Ambush a free spawn there right next to a one of the strongholds. Another key point is making team plays. So when Roll 2 died over here and got average, he could have just jumped top gold and waited for Frosty and Lethal to come in so they can make a team collapse together. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We do weekly releases every Monday. Also click the bell next to the subscribe button so you guys get notifications on when our videos drop. So you can watch it right away and get that edge over your competition. So peace and love, my brothers and sisters, and as always, why limit yourself when you have the ability to transcend?